Hi everybody, welcome back. I have another fall manicure for you guys today. This one's incorporating some leaves, but it's got a kind of a barren tree and some birds in it, and it's really around this plate right here. This is BM 707. It's a bundle monster plate. It's from a series called Secret Garden. It's a collection. Bundle Monster makes called Secret Garden, and this is one of their plates, and I used several images from this plate. Okay, so I started off, I have a base coat on, and I have 3 coats of this Finger Paints Endless Wear paint, and the name is Wild About Hue. I'll list it below. I'll link it below. But this is a beautiful kind of gray leaning blue, and I thought it would be neat for the sky. I'm going to be stamping with Sally Hansen Insta-Dry Cocoa A Go-Go, and then there's a couple, there's a Sally Hansen Insta-Dry in Rapid Red I'm going to use for some of the leaves, and 2 Bundle Monster stamping polishes. This one is Gobi U, and this one is Teepee Tripping. Gobi U and Teepee Tripping. And then I have a Sinful Colors glitter polish in Pumpkin Spice. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to isolate these birds for my index and my middle finger. Alright, so I got you zoomed in, and I'm trying to keep these separated. I want one on each finger. Put the polish on, scrape, pick up. There's one image right there. Since I'm using regular polish and it tends to dry really fast, I need to clean it in between. Looks like I need to clean this off too. Okay. And there's the other image right there. Okay, so I'm going to put a little bit of my yellow stamping polish on my mat here. A little bit of my yellow stamping polish on my mat here, and I'm going to fill in just the birds with color and a dotting tool. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside to dry. I'm going to fill this little guy in. And I can check this way and see how he looks. Okay, I'm going to set these aside to dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put a top coat on them to make them into decals. Alright, while I'm waiting for those to dry, I'm going to stamp part of the tree on my ring finger. And then I'm going to get rid of what I don't want. As quickly as I can, because I still want this to stick. And there we go. I did not put any liquid latex on here, but this is going to clean up fairly easily. Okay. And I missed a little bit down here and in the middle, but it doesn't really matter. It adds a little character. And this on the bottom, as you see, is going to be covered up. So there's part of my tree. Let me check on my decals. They are pretty dry, so I'm going to put a layer of top coat on these. You can do that, or you can do clear. I think I mentioned to you guys in another video, I got this finger paints gel like top coat, and it's terrible as a top coat. It's actually not bad for decals. So I'm just going to paint a layer of top coat over this. Just have it covered more than what you want to take off, just a little bit more than what you want to take off. You can always cut off the excess. So I got this one covered. I'm going to cover the other one and I'll be back. Alright, while my decals are drying, I'm going to go ahead and stamp the leaves on the pinky and the thumb. And I'm going to just open up all of my other polishes, my red, my orange, and my yellow, so that I can get them all on there. I'm going to dot them on. I'm going to start with the stamping polishes first because they tend to dry a little bit slower. This Rapid Red that I have from Hansen, it's old and it's gloppy and it dries really fast, so I want it to be my last one on the plate. So I'm just going to dot these colors around because I want to get like a mottled look. Throw some red in here. See how gloopy that is? It does make it rather thick and opaque though. So I'm just going to mix these together. Stamp, pick up. And that's the effect that I get. I'm going to take some of this excess off here. Now I only want this on the top of my finger. So let me see. Because I want it like the leaves are blowing away. Let me see if I can get that to where you guys can see what I'm doing. There we go. And this just popped right in. Okay, yeah, this stamper, I'm going to have to put a layer of hot glue on the inside to keep it from falling in. But here you go. It's like the leaves are blowing away across the top. I'm going to do that again on my pinky. Okay, I'm back. I waited about 10 minutes and my decals are ready. I'm just going to peel them right off the stamper head. I'm going to turn it over. And I'm going to place it now, since the tree, the branches are coming out this way, I kind of want to place him right here. And then I'm just going to press down, making sure that I don't have any air bubbles or anything. And I have all of this excess here. I'm going to take a little pair of cuticle scissors and cut off that excess. Hopefully I can do this. I'm just gonna go, most of it is kind of adhered to my nail. I still want to be careful. One, so I don't cut myself, and two, so that I'm not, if I lift up that decal too much, what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up peeling it up and probably taking my base color with me. Okay, so I have that on there secured pretty well. I have some acetone and a cleanup brush, and I'm going to go around, and what it's going to do is dissolve whatever's left over and kind of seal this on my nail. And then on top of that, I can add a base coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. I mean, not a base coat, a top coat. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna peel that one off. Flip it over. And this guy is gonna perch a little bit higher. There we go. Get this on here. Cut off the excess. I'm trying not to leave any bubbles. I'm pushing it on. Okay, I'm gonna trim this up. I'm gonna clean it up a little bit, and I'm gonna come back and show you how to do the glitter at the bottom. Okay, so I have the decals on and I've cleaned up a little bit. What I'm going to do right now is add a top coat that's going to further kind of dissolve the other top coat, and it'll look a little more uniform. It won't look so much like there's a seam. Okay, so I got this top coat on. While it dries up for a minute, I wanted to talk to you about the plates. I actually saw Swanette for Nail Stamp for Fun, and she actually used this plate for a very different look. I think almost a spring leaning look. She's got a kite and a bench in there, but I will link her channel and probably that video below so that you can check it out if you'd like to see how you can use this plate and make it look completely different, which I think is kind of neat, how one plate and you can use it in so many different ways. Okay, so it's dried up a little bit, but I'm going to show you the next step. So I have some tweezers, and I have just a regular one of those wedge cosmetic sponges, and I'm gonna tear off a piece of this sponge, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm doing this. This glitter is suspended in like a clear nail polish. If I brush it on, it's gonna be not as densely packed as I would like. So I'm going to open it up. I'm gonna take some on the brush. I'm gonna use this cosmetic sponge, and it'll soak up a little bit of that clear, and it'll give me way more glitter on the brush. So I got some glitter on the end there, and I'm just gonna dab it. And I kind of want this to look like those glistening leaves that have fallen to the ground. Okay, and then this way, I'm not brushing on 12 coats of this polish with the glitter, and then it's all gloppy at the bottom of my fingernail. Oops. Okay. And there you go. So what I'm going to do is let all of this dry up a little bit, and I'm going to add a top coat, clean everything up, and show you the finished look. Okay, so I'm all cleaned up, I'm top coated, and I put some cuticle oil on. I still have some glitter hanging around. That's the problem with glitter. I also have, I think I should probably mention, a peel off base coat, because I know that glitter is not fun to take off. So, and I'll link the base coat below. I'm not necessarily in love with it. It's a Sally Hansen one. I'm going to try a couple others when that one runs out. But here's the completed look. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.